Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, Tisha has stated more than once that she does not know what Tiffany does for a living. Marceau have questioned Tiffany ability to speak at the on the panel at the expo. Even though he invited Martell up there, who said absolutely nothing. Like, you afraid of what Tiffany might say, but you gave Martell a mic and a stage. How'd that work out for you, Marceau? All he did was take up a chair. Didn't do nothing but pass a mic around. But yet you worried about what Tiffany will say. Marceau couldn't even answer the questions that was posed to him by the audience, but he worried about what Tiffany will say because they claim they don't know what she does for a living. Now, fast forward to where we at, the second half of season 6, and the question of what Tiffany does for a living is still looming. And I'm like, did either one of them, anybody that's, that's wondering or curious about what Tiffany does for a living, has anybody ever asked her what she does for a living? Well, since they won't ask her, let's just hear it from the horse's mouth.
My name is Tiffany Whitlow, and I am the co-founder and chief development officer at Acclimate. I am also the visionary of our now included community. Acclimate is a biotech company located here in Huntsville, Alabama, with a headquarters in Birmingham, Alabama, and we are working to ensure that there is diversity in clinical trials. Well, no day is the same because this is an uphill battle. And so people don't understand that when drugs are developed, like this albuterol here, this was developed through a process called clinical trials. In order to ensure that this works the same in me and maybe a white counterpart or my Asian friend, I need to make sure that there are enough people and a diverse representation in that research. And so that is really what we do. We meet people right where they are through our Now Included brand. We get to work with Johnson & Johnson. We have a location at J Labs in DC, and they're interested in getting feedback on Neutrogena and Clean and Clear and Band-Aids and Listerine. So who knew that these products that we use every single day were also developed through a process? And we need to make sure that people are engaged and included as that is being developed. Researchers are scientists, and they really some people maybe thought it was really cool and they were interested in their science experiments, but you can turn that into something that can help your mom or your dad with an illness. So if you have somebody that's suffering of a heart disease or diabetes, that drug that they're taking to help them with that disease state is developed by a scientist, by a researcher. You can be in the STEM field and not be a researcher. So if you failed that math test, if you're not necessarily good at that science experiment, you can still help those researchers. They need people who understand people and the lived experiences that we all go through. So it's really cool to think back of me as a middle schooler and what I didn't know at that time, that I could go into Walmart and get a pack of Band-Aids, but somebody had to figure out how that Band-Aid was going to go on your skin, how long it was going to stick to your skin, whether or not it was going to come off with water. That's developed through a process, and we get to be a part of that process. We get to support the tremendous research that's going on at Hudson Alpha, at UAB. We work with UAB a lot. We support the Alabama Department of Public Health. It's really cool to think that somebody who grew up in small town Alabama can solve big world problems. And we do have a lot more life and world outside of our small community. I never knew that was possible, but now it is.
So now that we've heard what Tiffany does for a living. And we already know that Big Lou, he have his sports league. So the Whitlows, we could say that they're legit, right? Yeah, we could say that they're legit. So now I pose the same question to the Scotts. Tisha Marceau, uh, what do y'all do besides go to black? What jobs have y'all completed? Where is Scott Realty located? Tisha, is your office even complete? Your house, in my opinion, only got completed because the work was outsourced. So, my question is, what is it that the Scotts 1.0 do that brought them $17 million? Because the only thing that I have seen was that they worked at black. They hosted at black. That's the only thing I ever see them doing is hosting at black. Marceau, he get on live every so often, and he go on a construction site for about a quick 2-3 minute video for Instagram, and then they're gone. They posed for a picture of them putting shovels, holding up shovels, but where's the finished product? So again, what do the Scotts do for a living? Because y'all were questioning what Tiffany did for a living, and that's been answered. So, and she didn't do bad either, did she, Marceau? Well, you up there looking for speakers and you can't answer questions. I bet you she can answer them questions that you and Maurice or that your panel can ask. So my question now goes to Kimmy. Kimmy, since you love answering questions for folks that that's not directed to you, I'm going to pose Maurice's question to you. What does Maurice do for a living? And why does he have so much free time? Tell me why he's always in other people's business. Has he ever been in a courtroom? I need to know, what's the need of Maurice wearing a suit? Why does he need to wear a suit? Is it just for show? Is it, just for filming? What is the reason behind Maurice wearing a suit every day? Are y'all still collecting the people's money from credit, that was trying to seek assistance at Credit One allegedly? Are y'all still collecting their funds without them receiving any any assistance? This is all alleged. I'm just asking because you're always so concerned about what others what others do and what's going on with other people, but y'all hate to smell your own shit. And I'm just talking out loud, stating my opinion. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think.